Well, I'm joined by Sam Coates of The Times. What do you think was the crucial factor that made Mrs May change her mind?
Well, we've had what, in the words of one of my sources, said 100% lies for weeks and weeks and weeks that there would be no early election. And yet, I have to say the logic of holding a poll now was pretty big. Theresa May is about to embark on the negotiations on Brexit. And there is just this window while Europe gets its negotiating strategy together, while the French hold their elections just ahead of the German poll in the autumn, where Theresa May could hold a, as it were, cost-free election before the negotiation heavy lifting begins, without damaging the British national interest, she will hope, and take advantage of this extraordinary poll lead. Now, we've had some problems with polls in the past, nobody would deny that, but what you're getting is incredibly large polling leads. We saw one from YouGov, the pollster that The Times uses over the weekend, 21-point lead, 43-22 in that poll. You had another similar-sized poll from a rival company at the weekend. And when the leads are that big, it does point to a big shift, potential for a big shift in the country. Now, in England, I think that Labour MPs will be today facing the possibility of them losing their jobs in 6 weeks' time. Lots of them. One senior figure in the Labour Party was suggesting that we could go down to 180, 170, 160 Labour MPs unless something miraculous happens based on current trends and what they've observed on the doorstep. That's down from somewhere like 230 at the moment, and that is a big and decisive change. That doesn't mean that this is a risk-free option by Theresa May. It is a gamble. She has lied. We'll have some days of her being accused of lying, and that may make her the passage of the necessary legislation or necessary motions through Parliament to authorise a general election more difficult. You've got to remember why some Tories are nervous of a general election. Now, there are basically two categories of Tory MP nervous of a general election. Some are down in the southwest who just got their seats for the first time in the 2015 general election campaign and now face a potentially resurgent Liberal Democrats eating away at their majorities. And then you have some people, perhaps on the Tory right, on the sort of Brexiteer Tory right, who didn't really want an early general election because they could see that Theresa May only currently has a working majority of 18, needs the Unionists to keep on side. They could see that they had quite a lot of leverage over Theresa May at the moment. And if suddenly her majority goes up to 50, 60, 70, who knows what, in the general election in 6 weeks' time, then their negotiating power for a clean break from Europe, perhaps not even with a free trade deal with Europe, does diminish. So there have been opponents in her own party that'll be very loyal in public today. It'll be interesting to see what stance the other opposition parties take on it. But there just was this sweet spot that she could use.